May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from harm. May all beings love life. May all beings awaken. Welcome to another Cuke Audio podcast. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, preserving the legacy of Shunryu Suzuki and those whose paths crossed his, and anything else that comes to mind. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable, free from economic hardship, and able to get out and do whatever it is you want within the limitations of the universal precept of do as little harm as possible. Today we have a brief memory. So let's see what that brief memory is. This happened the second or third day of the first session I sat at Bush Street. During Keenheen, I had gone to the bathroom, and coming back up the stairs, I ran into Suzuki Roshi. We bowed and stopped, and Roshi asked me how I was doing. I became flustered because Roshi was talking to me and also because he had told us to be silent, so I didn't know what to say. Finally, I said, "We're not supposed to talk." Roshi looked surprised and said, "Oh," and then, "Why?" As if he really didn't know. I looked around, and there was a sign that said silence during session, or something like that, so I pointed to it. Roshi looked at it and said, "Oh," again. Then he turned to me with his smiling coyote look, put his finger to his lips, and loudly went, "Shh." And we both laughed a lot. That's from Beverly Morris Armstrong, who back then was Beverly Horowitz. Pretty good. I've seen the same thing happen when we'd be eating with him, outside of the Zendo. And the Zendo, you didn't break the rule of silence. But we'd be eating outside of the Zendo. And this is early on. And we'd all be sitting up bolt upright and be, sort of stiff and silent. And because our meals were silent, and it might be like a lunch during the interim or the summer or something. I mean, if it was during a practice period, we'd be eating the lunch also in the Zendo. Anyway, and he'd be eating, and then he'd turn nonchalantly and ask somebody something. But, he wouldn't encourage, endless talk, but he'd just try to get people to relax a little. It's like Joanne Kiger's memory of him being in New York back in, that would be 1967. And a group of them sitting with him there, and she'd gotten people together with him, maybe a number of them who had never been with him before. And she said everybody was being very serious and quiet and everything. And then he picked up his napkin and put it on his head. So, anyway, personally, I do like silent meals. I really don't like just constant talking during a meal. A lot of people just can't stop. They just can't do it. Even you mention it to them, no matter what, they just can't stop. They'd have to be in a very strict, formal setting to do that. Katrinka and I talk a little during the meal sometimes, but mainly we wait till after the meal. This reminds me of Betty Warren saying, "He always liked to pull the rug out from under us." This has been a Cuke Audio mini podcast. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from Sleepy Sanur with Dogget Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. And we're wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.